Hey, welcome back to the lecture. In the previous lecture, you understood about just compiling a single file using the cross compiler and mentioning few mandatory arguments. In this lecture, let's understand how we can automate the build system using Makefile. In the Makefile, you can mention the steps or recipes of your build system. Then you can use the make command or make tool to execute those recipes what you have written in the Makefile. Make command works upon Makefile. They both work together. So the make command executes those recipes or instructions what you have written in the Makefile. That's why it's very important to create a proper Makefile first. Let me open one text document and let's start writing the Makefile. It is very simple. First, let's create some variables. Let me create a variable called cc, that stands for cross compiler. Cc is equal to, first let me fill this variable with the cross compiler name. The cross compiler name is arm none eabi gcc. This is a variable. I am filling this variable with this value. Everywhere, instead of using this, I can just use this variable name. After that, I'm going to create one more variable, c flags, which stands for compiler flags or compiler options. And I'm going to initialize this with my compiler flags or options, what we used in the previous video, like -c space mcpu is equal to cortex m4. Again, you can create one more variable here called machine is equal to cortex m4. Here you can just mention $sign of, you have to create parenthesis, and inside that you have to mention this variable. This will be expanded to its value. So this is like saying value of this variable. After that, -m thumb. After that, you can also mention the C standard. We can explore that C standard. You can go to options controlling dialect. You can explore this. And here you can explore std. Determine the language standard, because C has many standards like C89, C90, C99, C11, which is the latest one. One among these options you can select. So the compiler will compile your code against that standard. Let's use GNU 11, which is nothing but GNU dialect of ISO C11. When you use this option, this is nothing but it is ISO C11 standard with added features from the GNU. That's why it is called as GNU 11. Let's use this. You can control the optimization by using the capital O. By default, code is not optimized. That's why you need not to actually mention this option. You can omit that because we are not looking for any optimization in this exercise. Or you can be sure with no optimization by just mentioning -O 0. That means no optimization. These are the compile flags. That is sufficient. And after that, let's create the target. Now we have to mention the target, dependencies, and the receipt. Let's say I want to create main.o from main.c. Main.o becomes my target. So you have to give colon, then mention the dependency. To make main.o, I need main.c. This is a dependency. After that, this is a combination of target and dependency. And after that, you have to mention the receipt. Hit enter and give a tab. That is very important. A receipt must be followed by a tab. That's why you should give tab. The receipt is a command. A command to create main.o from main.c. Let's do that. What's the command? $of cc. That's our compiler. After that, let's mention the compile flag. So $C flags. And after that, -o, the output file. That is nothing but the target. Let's mention the target here. Or you can do like this. You can do -c -o main.o. You can write like this. Instead of writing this, what you can do is, there is a shortcut. Since it's a dependency, you can replace this with, so $ caret symbol. This means dependency. The target you can replace by $at. We just created our first target, and this is a receipt for this target. Instead of writing like this, you can also write like this. Let's keep the -o this side, and the target, this is the input file. That's a dependency. This is a target. This also fine. Let's save this. I'm going to save as in my workspace as a Makefile. Yeah, Makefile. And let's give the name Makefile. M should be capital. Let's save this. Let's go back and let's try to execute make. You will see that there is no command like make. We have to install this command now. That's why just search for make for Windows. So you will get GNU Win32 project, that is make for Windows. If you are using Linux or Mac, then it should be available for your machine. You need not to do this. This is I'm teaching only for Windows because it is not natively available. Here click on setup program and you should be able to download that. Let's execute this. And here is a path. That's okay. Go back and let's try make. Yes, it is not recognized, no problem. What we can do is we can go to the installation folder, which is right here, and go to bin. Here is a make. What you do is you copy this path, then go to this PC here and go to properties, go to advanced system settings, environment variables, select path, click on edit, new, and paste that path which is pointing towards bin. Click OK, OK, OK. Close this. Let's restart this. Let's close this command prompt and let's open again. Let's type make. You can see that now it is recognized. Let's get into our folder. Here let's just type make. Here you can see that it says main.o is up to date. Let's do one thing. Remove these files. Let's delete these main.o and main.s and also ld.o. Let's remove all these files and let's try make once again. Here you can see that we just executed our first receipt which generated main.o by taking main.c. Complete up to here, and we will keep improving our Makefile to include more targets and the receipts. I will continue in the next lecture.